When I moved from the United States to the United Kingdom, I thought I was chasing adventure. A change of scenery, a fresh start, and all kinds of new beginnings. But what I didn't realize was that this move wasn't going to be just about the geography and learning some British customs. It's actually learning about how I can finally accept myself. Because somewhere in between the rain, the tea, and the awkward small talk and apologizing, I learned that self acceptance doesn't come from getting everything right. It comes from learning to live with all the things that actually aren't. So, when you first move abroad, no one really tells you how disorienting those small, little everyday things are. It's not the big stuff. It's not the size of the house. It's not even driving on the other side of the road. It's not the accents. It's not even the food so much. It's really the quiet little differences that catch you off guard in daily life. And you feel completely inadequate and like a fish out of water. For example, in the United States, people will say things like, "Have a nice day," with a big, bright smile that could power a small city. But in the UK, the same energy is met with suspicion. You might get a polite nod. That is the highest praise, most likely. Another thing was how in America, being confident is really about selling yourself and presenting all the time. But here in Great Britain, that is seen as showing off. So you're meant to just be quiet, be good, and be under the radar. And this whole thing drove me insane because I really wanted to prove myself. I wanted to be seen. I wanted to fit in. I wanted people to know I was really trying to be a part of the culture and to understand things in a way that, I hadn't before. But the longer I lived here, the more I realized that maybe the problem wasn't that I was standing out so much. Maybe the problem was more that I didn't know how to be still enough to just be myself. It's really wild how moving across the world can make you see your reflection completely differently. You notice your habits more, you notice your tone of voice more, your pace, your cadence, all the things that used to feel like just who I am. And that's when I started to realize something extremely important. You can't heal what you're constantly defending. I had spent years defending a version of me that I didn't even like anymore. So what was I doing? When you're forced to start over in a place where no one knows you, you lose all the labels that you used to hide behind. You're the funny one. You're the successful one. You're the one who has it all together. You're the one who knows what's going on. You're the local. Here, I'm not. I'm not funny. I'm not funny in a lot of tones because it's a completely different sense of humor. I am not successful by a lot of standards. I am definitely not the local. Here, I'm just me. All of those labels have fallen away. And if you don't like that person that you are, that I am, it's impossible to run from that person. It's impossible to pretend anything else because you're the only one who came back with you. Although that can sound really devastating and daunting, and don't get me wrong, it was a very hard pill to swallow. It also helps you to realize that moving abroad isn't going to break you. Starting new and changing your life isn't going to completely dismantle everything about you. All it does is strip away anything that isn't real. Self-acceptance sounds simple enough, but it's when you're standing in a foreign kitchen trying to remember which way the kettle turns on, it can feel like your entire life is out of order. Talking it through with a therapist from today's paid partner, BetterHelp, helped me stop fighting myself, helped me to make peace with where I am, not where I thought I should be. BetterHelp matches you with credentialed therapists who gets it, and you can message or meet on video from wherever you are in the world. So whether you're starting over or you're just figuring out who you are now, having someone to talk to can make all the difference in the world. Make sure that you visit betterhelp.com/Hickson for a 10% off on your first month. I'll leave the link in the description below as well. The truth is, self-acceptance isn't something that you just find in a new country or you do by traveling or challenging yourself. It's something you build, one uncomfortable, awkward, and extremely humbling moment at a time. It's learning to laugh at your mistakes, to forgive the past, Forgive those people in the past that may have harmed you, but also forgive yourself for harming others. And in the end, accepting the belonging doesn't mean blending in. It means showing up as you are, your true, authentic self, even when you know it might be ridiculed and you may not fit perfectly. I used to think that I had to change everything to be accepted in my new world. The way I spoke, the way I acted, the way I showed up for things. But what I've learned here in the UK is that people who really see you, they don't need you to be polished. In fact, they don't want you to be polished. They just need you to be present and be yourself. So if you're out there starting over, especially if you're starting over late in your life like I am, and you're doubting yourself, you're feeling kind of like you don't belong, and you're not sure if you can do this, just remember this. You are not behind. You're becoming. And that's exactly where you're supposed to be. And you can do this. It doesn't matter where you are, what stage in life you're in. You can change your life. Learn to accept the person that you already are and let it shine for the entire world to see. You won't be disappointed.